What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rushy S, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use the world's #1 heavy rope, all right? Is of course the Legacy rope. We've got right now a 30% off sale just for you guys right here on YouTube. If you use the code VIP30, you can get this rope for 30% off, right? Get it for peanuts, people, man. This is, like I said, the #1 heavy rope in the game, okay? So I'm going to go through step by step with just the way you guys want to incorporate this rope. And I would recommend, highly recommend to every single person out there who is getting into skipping, looking to use it for weight loss, for their cardio, for functionality, stamina and strength, endurance, everything, right? All the good things we talk about in this channel. I'll recommend you pick up a heavy rope to accompany your speed ropes, okay? So we've also got the Nova rope, which sits in between the weight class of our money rope and Legacy rope. But all three are definitely key to make sure that you get the most out of your skipping. And the reason is this, guys, right? As I get warmed up today, the Legacy rope, okay, which is one of, I think, the most favorite rope I've ever created, okay? This was created in 2018 and it had been about 6 months after the launch of my first speed rope, right? Now, the reason why I created this rope, guys, is because I want to add more versatility and functionality into my rope game. Now, Muay Thai ropes around the world had been around for a long time, okay? And they were incorporating weights in their ropes. There was other rope brands and other companies out there who were putting weights in the handle of the skipping rope. Now, what I wanted to do was distribute this weight across the vinyl, okay? Now, when you get weight into the handles of a skipping rope, for me, it's a big no-no, okay? It can create massive wrist strain injuries. The force at which a rope goes around, you don't want that kind of force really impacting the wrist. So you don't really want weights on your hands. So for me, we put 400 grams along the vinyl or inside the vinyl. Depending on how you size it, if you're someone who's super short, it won't be exactly 400 grams. But for me, I'm 6'2", and this is the length of my current Legacy rope. Now, to use this rope correctly, peeps, #1, you wanna make sure that this rope is the correct length. Now, if you're someone who's just picking up a rope, it's gonna take you a bit of time, a few reps, a few jumps, as it were, to ensure or understand what the rope length works best for you, okay? The best way to do it, right, is when you first pick this rope up, a general key, okay? This is just a general key. If the rope handle comes up to around about your armpits, you're there or thereabouts. Now, this is gonna depend now on how you like the arms to sit, the forearms, the hands, whether it's low, whether it's high, right? And we'll get into this in a little bit more detail in today's video, but this is just a starting point. Now, what you then wanna do is when you start picking up this rope, okay, and have a few jumps with it, if you can hear the floor and how it interacts with the floor, light clipping sounds means you're on the right path, right? If you don't hear anything like this, you're gonna probably likely trip, it's too short for you. And if you hear it slapping like this, 100% is too long for you and you're probably gonna damage the rope, okay? Because it's gonna have too much friction at the handle as it hits the floor and you've gotta drag it and it's gonna most likely cut the rope from by the handles, all right? So what you want, light clips, okay? That's rule #1. So we're making sure you guys can use heavy ropes correctly. You've now got the weight in your hands, you can feel it, and you've now ensured that you've got the rope length correct for you. And it's really important, guys, because if you start using a heavy rope that's too long for you, right, it really doesn't effectively come around your body properly. Like I said, it's slapping the ground, you're having to pull it a little bit more, it's bouncing off the surface, you're probably gonna start clipping your toes, it's gonna hurt and you're gonna get really frustrated. So we wanna try and treat this like a speed rope. We wanna just be making sure we're smooth with it, we've got the tempo, and the weight itself is gonna be very helpful for beginners, which is why I say it's really important that beginners do try and get into this and not be scared of a heavy rope, okay? You don't have to use it every single day, but for me, preferably, I would say you do a few reps, few minutes, and we're really trying to build endurance and stamina. Even as I talk today, just doing those little few jumps, my heart rate is racing, okay? This rope is built to strengthen every single muscle in your body. Skipping is a total body workout. It's one of the very few cardio workouts that actually impact and work every single muscle, okay? It's not like machine weights or machine cardio, for example, where you're sitting on a rowing machine. You know, there are certain muscles that just won't get activated because you're sitting down or the machine is pulling you in a certain direction. This is something that your body, your brain, your mind, every single motor neuron in your system has to work to get the muscles moving, right? So we're talking straight from the feet to the calves to every single joint, everything is working. So you've got the right rope length. Second thing we talk about is the grip. Now the grip is very important when it comes to speed ropes, for the Nova rope and also the leg, so all my rope lineups, okay? What I recommend you guys do is you adopt the baseball back grip. So if you imagine holding a baseball bat in 2 hands or 1 hand, it's just like a 10-finger full wrap along the whole grip. This is really important because this is now going to give us stability along the forearm and the wrist, okay? With the speed rope, I tend to tell you guys to sort of lift the thumb up on the handles, for example. You can sometimes even take the pinky down to the bottom with the speed ropes. With the money rope, for example, this one, I want you full grip, clasp, 10-finger, as it were, all right? Both on both handles. And you're gonna make sure that now this actually engages your forearm muscles and it allows you to get this rope around and push this rope around whilst maintaining a very firm, neutral wrist, okay? So as we get into this now, I'll talk you through it. This 10-finger grip, as I call it, or baseball back grip, very secure in my hands, peeps, okay? We're not trying to manipulate the grip with our thumbs, which is what I talk about with the speed ropes or the money rope. This one is just about making sure I feel like my arms, my forearms, my biceps, this thing is just nudging and getting the momentum going, all right? It's not just a quick flick of the wrist, again, like we talk about with the speed ropes. This one we're just giving little pushes with the forearm down and forward like this, right? That's the feeling. Remember, we do not want to be wide hand here, wide arm, for example. If we go too wide hand, right, where the wrists are really far apart, you go like this, you'll straight away start feeling your wrists more activated, okay? You take the biceps, you take the shoulders out, and if anything, it may feel like it's working them, but actually you're just causing a little bit of just strain, and it's not actually activating the muscle. So you want to feel like we will say, the elbows face behind you, all right? Almost like you're trying to bring the wrists closer together as you skip, which then narrows the arcs, narrows the loop. So you go from here, where the elbows are facing to the floor, palms to the sky, to now here, where the palms feel like they're facing each other, elbows looking down at the floor, sort of behind you, if anything. And then now, the loops become nice and narrow, and we're feeling like we're really activating the shoulder muscles, biceps, everything. That is how you want to grip this rope, peeps, okay? This is going to get you the maximum efficiency and getting this rope around you. All right, the next point is very key and very important, okay? It is your posture and how you activate your core. Now, you might not think about this as much with a lighter rope, or if you've got one of our money ropes, but with a heavy rope, people, the more you can feel your core engaged, your back nice and straight, okay, and your chest out, and you're feeling taller. All those key things. Good breathing as well, right? We're gonna make sure then that, again, these muscles are getting activated perfectly, all right? If you start looking at the floor like this, slouch down, no activation in the core, okay, this rope is just gonna overpower you. You're gonna get tired quicker, and actually you're not gonna get the most for the workout, okay? You wanna feel strong, you wanna feel tall. If someone was to come up to you right now, if you're sitting there watching this video, you're standing up, someone's gonna give you a little jab to your stomach, okay? It's you feeling, anticipating that little jab. That's the feeling of engaging your core, more or less, all right? It's to give your muscles, your back, your lower back, the structure when you engage this core. And when you do that, it'll make you stronger, make you more powerful, it'll increase your resistance, your endurance, and it will balance the weight of this rope pulling you, because that's what's gonna happen. You've got your arms moving, you've got nearly half a kilo of weight flinging across your body, and right now I'm feeling nice and tall. Chest is like nice out, feels like back is retracted. The posture, your core, super vital, guys, if you want to make sure, again, you get the most out of your heavy ropes. The next point is to do with some do's and don'ts, all right? Number one don't is, you've seen me do this with my speed ropes, don't use knots in your legacy rope, peeps, okay? The vinyl's very thick. The knots on the speed rope, and I'll make a video on this, is to add an extra bit of weight by the handle so I can know where the rope is. This already has the weight, okay? We don't need another knot. It's gonna put a lot more strain on the handle, okay, and the rope itself, and it won't be designed, or it won't be able to be moving the way it has been designed to move, okay? There's a very specific ball bearing set up in place at the top of this handle, which allows this rope and the handle to take the weight, okay? It's been designed in such a way so that it doesn't just get stiff, it doesn't get clogged up as it were as it spins. So this handle is very customized, has been very carefully designed. So whilst we want to feel the weight, do not add extra knots. In case you want to shorten it, just shorten it clearly as can be done by pulling out this little adjustment mechanism, cutting the rope. Just make sure you don't cut too much of the rope, right? There's plenty of room to leave excess rope inside the handle, so just cut incrementally when you are sizing it down. So no knots, okay? The next part of the do's and don'ts, people, is always make sure you wear trainers, right, with this rope. Now, every single one of my videos usually is me without trainers on. It's a cold, still wintry day. It's a nice sunny day, but it's a little bit cooler right here in the UK. So I know I'm not stupid enough to go trainerless today. But for you guys at home, always, always, always wear trainers, right? Because as much as you might want to be moving or skipping like I do without trainers sometimes, believe me, I do it a lot with this rope and I have been punished and I'm learning from it, okay? So always wear trainers. The next part of that as well is to always make sure you are on a mat, okay? The Rush Athletic style workout mats, okay, are perfect, folks. This is not just a promo for these mats. I've been, again, carefully designing these mats for years to make sure it gives you enough feedback. It doesn't feel too spongy. It's just support for the rope, support for your joints. If you take this rope out on the concrete, this thing will chip like no man's business because it is coming with a lot of force. If it starts to pick up, gravelly stone or have those impacts with double unders on concrete, again, you are naturally going to damage this rope. You're going to scratch it up, most likely will break as well. So make sure you're also on a workout mat, preferably R1. Remember, use VIP30, you get 30% off. The last point is how to use this within a workout. Now, this is just my tips and my advice. This is how I use it. You don't have to do the same. You can trial and test however works for you. But if you're at home, if you're taking this to the gym, I would recommend having both ropes, your speed rope and your heavy rope. Potentially one day you could do only heavy rope training. However, I would use this as potentially a mechanism to add interval training in. So I could be, warming up with my speed rope and then after a few minutes, pick this bad boy up and I might want to do 10 double unders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Then just do a casual little skip for 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then do another 10 double unders, and then put this rope down, then go back to the speed rope. And I would mix and match to make sure that I don't just get too fatigued quickly, I don't burn my muscles out, I would just mix and match, okay? That's one way of using this. Another way is if you do want to just build endurance and stamina, burn the maximum calories, then just do take your legacy rope out for a spin. However, you do not need to go, again, 100 miles an hour too quickly, because you will just burn out. Go slowly, take it step by step. You can always go for a light jog for 10 seconds with it. And then when that 10 seconds is done, you go intense for 10-second run. And then again, light, and then back in again, okay? With this rope, folks, you could do whatever you want. You could do freestyle. You don't even have to work out the way I'm saying you need to work out. You can move this thing around however you want, okay? Do all the skills, all the tricks you see on this channel. Listen, the legacy rope is super powerful. It's one of the best ropes, if not the best rope I might have ever created. It's the most enjoyable. It's the one that brings me the best memories, because that is when I knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, guys. So try it, the legacy rope, super phenomenal rope, okay? Again, check the links. We ship worldwide. We've got free worldwide shipping as well available. Use the code VIP30, folks. If I can get through this outro. VIP30 gets you 30% off. And as always, thank you for the love and support. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you want to see going forward, and I'll get the video done for you. Drop a bit of love. That thumbs up is very, very powerful for me and this channel. Hope this video gets out to as many more people around the world. Spread the message of this thing. I always enjoy doing this, guys. Hope you guys will enjoy watching it. I'll see you in the next one. So take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe. Peace.